Hey guys, so welcome back to 100 Line Last Defense Academy. Let's carry on where we left off. We're 2 for 3 in terms of battles these past couple of days, having taken out the commanders of both Squad 3 and 4. But sometime in between, we may have potentially, probably, kinda, definitely got our asses handed to us by something. Wasn't our finest hour, and we're not quite sure who or what it is. But they managed to secure the downfall of the second to last academy, all by their lonesome. And we lost both the academy and our second blob Nigu as a result. So yeah, things are pretty dire on that front. But on the bright side, I'd like to think we brought some food back, along with some refugees. And I can already tell our synergy is going to be so damn good. We saw it already in the battlefield, but for now, let's regroup because we've got 71 more days to get through. And I think as long as we can keep up our tactics like we did in today's battle, we've got really nothing to fear. We're only going to lose the battles we're scripted to lose. Right, guys? I believe in ya. Alright. Phew. A heck of a lot happened this time around, but at least we all made it back alive. What? You think I'd let a bunch of candy-ass invaders get the better of me? Have a little faith. I'm glad I got here in time to help out. The journey back was pretty hectic. I mean, it took over a day, right? And we were on a bus. As we were talking, the door to the war room opened and the others rushed in. Ah, you three. Splendid work as always, everyone. Looks like my dear sister's vision came in clutch after all. Yeah, convenient. I don't know how she managed to pull it off, but she was right. Takumi was coming back, with backup to boot. We told you everything would work out, didn't we? Why are you acting so happy about it? You didn't even do anything. My thanks to you new arrivals as well. You really saved the day. Just like my dear sister predicted. Who are these guys? Are they part of your unit too? Why were you not on the battlefield with us? Surely you'd not desert your allies in their time of need. Well, you see, I feel like Kako is just on the brink of joining us. So much so that I don't think we need to do a persuasion mission for her. It's going to have to be with Ima, and they're going to be a 2-for-1 package deal. Or we get rid of Ima somehow. Probably need to rope Eito in. I should stop being suspicious of Eito. He really carried the team yesterday, or sorry, today, in the first half of the battle, so I kind of feel bad actually for denying him the chance to execute that commander and giving it to Kurara instead, but I'll make sure he gets it next time. I'm sorry. I'm just a useless piece of garbage that's had the supreme arrogance to adopt this mockery of a human form. I have no idea what you're talking about, but it sure is fun to watch you squirm. Well, Yugamu, it gets old really fast. I can't wait for him to actually finally embrace the battlefield and, you know, utilize his hemo animus, so to speak. Never mind that. I thought I was hungry before, but I can barely stand now. My vision's getting blurry. Oh, I almost forgot. We brought a bunch of food over from our school. You've got food? For real? Of course. If you want it, you'll have to show proper deference. Now get on your knees and lick the floors clean. If I can't have a red carpet reception, seeing you toil will be the next best thing. Ignore Kurara. What do you guys say to a victory meal? We can talk more afterwards. Oh, that sounds great. I'm so hungry I could puke. Please don't. Please don't puke all over the food. Okay? Especially because you're just going to finally scarf something down. It might come back up, so eat slowly, Tsubasa. That's all I'm asking. Then let's all pitch in and get the food off the bus and into the cafeteria. Fine. I'll do anything if it means I get to eat something other than that canned bread crap. I still can't believe these guys found canned bread. Jesus. We made our way outside to where the school bus was waiting. Let's do it, with everyone helping out. It didn't take long for us to unload the supplies we'd brought over from the other academy. Really? Even Ima helped? And Shoma? Good on him. Back in the cafeteria, we let the rational Matic do its thing, and soon had a glorious feast laid out before us. That looks so good. Oh my god, I'm hungry. And I just had dinner. No one bothered with manners. We devoured it like wild animals. In a few short minutes, the plates piled high with food had all been picked clean. Shoma, did you eat something this time? After days of starvation and the exertion of the battle, the team from the main campus were hungrier than I'd ever seen them. I'm surprised Shoma didn't volunteer himself to be, like, food. But then again, he was probably like, oh no, you don't want to digest me. Oh, you'll catch my negative, pessimistic syndrome of some kind. Oh boy, I needed that.
I can feel the nutrients seeping into me. Why am I crying? Come on, buddy. I just got that sodium.
I was starting to feel like I was never going to be full again. Glad we could help out with that. Maybe you'd like a nice torture massage session to follow. What was that first thing you said?
You lost all your supplies in a fire, right? How awful.
Yeah, a very localized fire. Just in the fridge, which happened to have no sprinklers or a smoke alarm of any kind. Like, it was the perfect storm, really.
How moronic. We should have just let natural selection run its course.
Lay off us, will ya?
Well, you should be fine now. I took a quick inventory of what we brought over. There's plenty to last the rest of our term here, for all of us.
You've got enough food for 71 days and you did a quick inventory of it? Wowza. Alright, so not only did you count the food really quickly, but we fit 71 days worth of food, at the very least, into the bus, along with all of us? All of us? You mean you're staying? I have to campaign for leadership once more? Oh, right. I still haven't told you about that part. It all started when that storm hit. Alright, let's bring these guys up to speed. I went on to recount my experiences of the last few days. I'd gotten separated from Gaku and Tsubasa during the storm and knocked out, only to be rescued by Nigo. He took me to second to last defense academy, where I met Nozomi, Kurata, Kyoshika, and Yugamu. Or Yugamu. Yugamu. It's Yugamu, right? Probably is the better way to say it. While I was there, the enemy attacked, and one of the commanders proved too much for us. But it turned out the school was only a decoy. After it self-destructed, the others had come with me, so all 13 of us could defend Last Defense Academy together. So these guys are gonna live here with the rest of us from now on?
Huh?
That's right. Apparently they were always meant to join us eventually.
Nice to meet you all. Let's work hard to keep the school safe.
I don't know about that. I mean, we just met you guys.
Enough of your ineffectual protests, Cabbage Breath. You should be honored to have an aristocrat like myself among you. If the future of humanity wasn't at stake, I'd never even subject my eyes to your trashy appearances, except to point you out in a police lineup.
You sure have a sense of humor, Miss Suzuki, sorry. Criticizing our appearances looking the way you do. Pure comedy gold. Oh man, I can't wait to see Ima clash with these people.
Are you going to let them get away with that, Kyoshika? He's laughing at you, belittling your individuality.
That insult was aimed at me? Prepare to face the judgment of the holy Jumanji sword, foul miscreant.
Please, everyone, don't fight. We're supposed to be a team.
Oh, uh-oh. Eito, are you about to go into your murderous rage? No, sorry, I said I would lay off. Are you okay, Eito?
We have so many new allies, new friends. My heart feels like it's going to burst. But perhaps we should wait until tomorrow before we start getting to know each other. I'm sure we're all tired from the battle. That'll give me a chance to kill off 3 of them.
I mean, what? Sorry? No, okay, that was the last jab. I had to get that last jab in. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Eito, you're off the hook. Oh, I'm good with that. Gotta be pretty freaking sweet sleeping on a full stomach for a change.
Then, shall we all meet up again tomorrow morning, here in the cafeteria? I expect the beds to be suitably clean and hygienic. If I see any stains I don't recognize, there'll be trouble.
What if you see a stain you do recognize? Yeah, whatever. It had been a long day. We decided the best thing to do now was to head back to our rooms and get some rest. Whew, alright. Oh, I have to actually walk there. I thought it was going to get teleported. Fine, let's move. Oh, Yugamu? Quite the view you got here. Those the undying flames we've heard so much about? I mean, there were undying flames at the second to last academy too, I'm sure. They just weren't a protective border around it. Yeah. I still have trouble believing any of this is real sometimes. By the way, I did a quick sweep of the rooftop, and it looks like there are enough rooms for all of us. If there was any doubt our team was always supposed to join you here, that's pretty decent proof of it, right? Yeah, not to mention we've got like one vacant now, so I suppose there's room in that one too. I guess so. Oh, speaking of the vacant room, it's right here. I shouldn't go into someone else's room without permission. It's just common sense. Oh my god! What if her corpse is in there, Takumi? And we didn't go in because we're like, oh, well, Hiriko didn't actually give us the go-ahead to barge in, so we just left it all this time. Gosh. Alright, let's check the map. Okay, it looks like everyone is in their rooms except for... Oh yeah, Yugamu's over here. That's my room. Hiriko's is supposedly empty. Alright. Let's call it for the night. I imagine we're going to get a bunch of free time over the next few days, considering we had a couple of battles back-to-back, but we managed to pass them at the very least. Phew. Alone in my old familiar room, I slumped down onto the bed. After the storm, the other academy, and the many battles the last few days, it actually felt kind of nice to be back here. But this wasn't where I really wanted to be. I wanted my real room. The one back home in the TRC. I'll survive and go home. I will. I have to. As long as we don't get a visitor in the middle of the night, right? But would the real Karuha be there waiting for me? Or was she already here? Damn it. There's too many similarities. We can't write it off as a coincidence. It's way too late in the day for me to start thinking about this stuff. It can wait until tomorrow. Tomorrow would be a new day. I allowed myself to relax and eventually fall asleep. Day 30, 30%. Okay. These guys have been like, who the hell is this?
Up and out of troops, time to rise and shine.
I wonder if Nigu's one was a bit more subdued and allowed you to ease into the morning rather than have to jump out of bed.
As commanding officer responsible for the school and its students, I have an announcement to make.
Oh, more rooms unlocked?
Get ready for your 30th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy.
I forgot. I was like, oh, it's a multiple 10, of
Down
course.
and dirty, it's day 30. And you know what that means?
Oh, what does it mean?
I've unlocked some new
Ha-ha.
classrooms to celebrate. Where did you get access to this time, you ask? On the first floor, it's the metal shop. And on the second floor, the biolab.
Okay.
As usual, you can ask me more about how they work in person. See you there!
As usual. Right. God, why did he die so early on? My goodness. New school facilities, huh? Well, that can wait. First, I have to meet up with everyone in the cafeteria. I wonder if the second to last Defense Academy was subject to these kind of restrictions, too. With only some rooms unlocking as they go. Oh, Nozomi, what are you doing hanging outside my room? Oh, good morning, Takumi. Morning. I still can't make myself believe Nozomi and Karuha are different people. They're just too alike. I have to go. I'll see you later. If she were Karuha, I can't imagine why she'd act so cold toward me. Maybe the fact that I get so awkward around Nozomi is why she's putting distance between us. I can't help it, though. Being around her is so confusing. Girls, am I right? No. Come on, Takumi. Let's get our act together. We'll figure it out. Kyoshika? The carriage that conveyed us here is now stationed in the parking lot on the first floor. It's a wonder the horses pulling it were able to go so fast, and all without ever being seen. We should bring them some hay and water later. Does she seriously not know how a bus works? God. Have you heard of an engine? Nobody out there. Alright, let's head down. I guess everyone's at the cafeteria. Yep. Let's teleport there. Alright, it looks like everyone's here. Still feels weird having so many people around all of a sudden.
Let's hold a killing game and thin out the herd a little.
Whoa, don't be so casual about it. Taking a life is a serious matter. If you're going to kill someone, you gotta take your time with it. Really make it mean something for the both of you, you know?
Was that supposed to be inspiring?
There's some more of us
There being more of us could be a good thing, though. The more allies we have, the better we can defend the school.
Yeah, but I'm afraid I'm gonna have like too many options. Like each turn we get like 4 AP, right? And I tend to rely on just certain units like Eito and now Kyoshika and myself, Takumi. We're the heavy hitters, you know, and of course our support units and Nozomi. I think I could have used Tsubasa a little bit better too, because she not only gives the mobility, but she cures fatigue. And she has like a radius, I believe, when she uses that accelerate ability, I think. So we should probably bear that in mind, but like, you know, poor Yugamu didn't get a chance to do anything. He was just tucked away in the corner and his mobility already sucks. So like, what was I meant to do? Allies, huh? Anyway, I took a quick look around the school already. It's basically identical to ours, just like Nigo said. Apart from that huge wall of fire outside, of course. So those are the infamous undying flames. The sight of them fair sets my teeth on edge. You told us a little about them on the bus on the way here, but maybe we could get a proper explanation now? What exactly are those flames, Takumi? Well, I will let you know after I speak with everyone. Shoma?
Oh, I'm sorry. I must be such an eyesore. I'll go stand in the corner and try to attract as little attention as possible.
Yeah, you do that, please. Just like that, we've got 4 more people we have to live with. And they're all total weirdos, too. Okay, not all of them. Like, Nozomi's nice, right? The only thing weird about her is the fact that her hemo anima isn't developed. I'm glad you're back, Takumi. But we still haven't solved the mystery of what happened to Hiroko. Oh, you're still on that, are you? You didn't look like you were looking pretty hard. Although, I will give you the benefit of the doubt. You know, you were all hungry. But, who could have set that fire? I'm still suspicious of Ima, if I have to be honest. Because we all said, oh, you know, they spiked the food. Shoma didn't eat it, so he was safe. But these guys didn't participate in the barbecue either. They still ate the food, but they ate the food raw, right? Was whatever it was that knocked us out, did that infect the food on the grill, or was it just all the food in the stores that Gaku put on the grill? Because if that's the case, I can see these two getting affected as well, but I don't know. Ima just seems like trouble. And, you know, we've learned that these two can survive on basically no food at all. Maybe he wanted to demoralize everyone, distract them, so that they wouldn't be kicked out. I'm not sure. We certainly have gathered a motley crew of allies, haven't we? It's like one of those yokai picture scrolls in here. Right.
My dear brother always tells me not to talk to strangers, and these people are pretty strange, but still.
Hey, you talked to us when we first met, right? We were strangers then.
This is way too many characters to keep track of. Let's hold a killing game and thin out the herd a little.
I've noticed that, like, there are so many killing game references, and poor Uchikoshi's got no Zero Escape references at all. He's just, I don't know, he's holding back, or he's just like, Kodaka, you know, just write whatever, okay? Write about the killing games and whatnot. I'll slot in my own references later.
Those guys from the other academy are kind of weird. Making friends with them might be asking a little too much.
Just don't throw up on them. All this time, there was a whole other school just like ours. You really never know what's gonna happen around here. Right? This game is full of surprises, and we're not even a third of the way through.
I have nothing to say to you, peasant. Tell Nozomi what she wants to know.
You should go ahead and answer Nozomi's question. We're all dying to learn more about those flames.
Those undying flames send a chill down my spine. Could they be some art brought about by demonic blood magic?
I mean, you're probably not too far off base. Kurara? Oh, wait, no. Move. Nozomi. All we can tell you about the flames is what Sirei told us when we first got here.
Those flames, which encircle this entire school, by the way, just keep on burning. They never go out.
Never?
But why? What does it have to do with the man on fire? Are the flames, like, Is there like a living creature that happens to be circular in nature underneath this school?
That's what I said. They don't need fuel, and they can't be extinguished. They'll keep burning on for all eternity. Hence, the undying flames.
The bus was equipped with some kind of extinguisher at the front, right? That's what allowed us to get back into Lost Defense Academy.
Fire that never goes out. It sounds like something out of a fairy tale. What is this, Dark Souls?
I'd never have believed it if I hadn't seen him with my own eyes. Heck, I'm still having trouble getting my brain to accept it.
Perhaps 'tis an advanced form of ninjutsu? Which chakra elements does one combine for such a transformation? The flames are there to help keep the invaders away from Last Defense Academy, right? If that's true, they must be part of the defense system. They're probably being generated somewhere on school grounds.
How are they generating the flames, though? And if they can't be extinguished, then why did we generate it in the first place? It's playing with fire, so to speak. And there are undying flames out when we explore, the game board, when we're doing our rounds around the city and the ruins. Yeah, maybe. To tell you the truth, we don't really understand how it works either. You got them burning outside your defense room, too. That's gotta be to protect whatever's in there, right? So when they constructed this academy, did they construct it with the undying flames already here? Hang on. I can't access the map right now. I need to know where the defense room is.
We think so. I tried dousing those ones with a fire extinguisher before, but they sprang up again pretty much right away. It's going to take a lot more than that to get inside.
And we're going to level up our extinguishers at some point, right? Not only will that allow us to explore further on the game board, but I think it's going to let us get into the defense room eventually. This really brings home how many questions are still unanswered. Sirei said he'd explain everything, but then he disappeared.
And you couldn't convince him to tell you sooner? You truly are useless.
Sorry, I was busy. No. We said we wouldn't do it. We said we wouldn't make reference to the fact that Eito may have killed Sirei, based on where he was found.
Hey, that wasn't our fault.
Your defenses are a lot beefier than ours. I guess that settles it. This school is the real deal, all right.
Yes, it's just like Nigu said.
Second to last Defense Academy is, well, it's a decoy. Intended to distract the enemy and make them waste their time and resources.
Yeah, until we got soloed by some mythical creature.
Here, humanity's future depends not on the contents of our defense room, but on what's inside the one at the true Last Defense Academy.
I can't wait to open that defense room and it's just one giant flowchart.
Verily, 'twas a shock to learn we'd been risking our lives to protect a mere decoy. A shock? It was downright infuriating. The B team is no place for someone of my social standing.
Yeah, it must have been a real blow to your ego to have found out you were assigned to protect nothing.
It's not as if the work we did there wasn't important. The invaders took the bait and sent troops to the decoy after all. All those attacks we fought off stopped them from focusing their entire fighting force on this school.
Yeah, but now they've got no distractions.
I still say Nigu could have told us that from the beginning.
No, because you wouldn't have put your heart into defending it.
A lot of the information relating to this war is classified. Maybe he didn't have permission. Even Nigu couldn't defy orders from above. He told us that much himself.
Orders from above. Sirei mentioned higher-ups too. Who's really controlling this war? It's a good question. And is Sirei a sentient being, or was he being controlled by someone?
But now the Decoy Academy's gone. That means the attacks on this one are gonna get a whole lot worse, right?
Pretty much. They don't gotta decide who to send where anymore. We're all there is.
And there's still like 70 days to go? Oh man, what rotten luck! I don't know if I can hold out that long. What's the worst that could happen? Dying? If it's gonna happen anyway, maybe we should get started now. Get busy living or get busy dying.
You're all so adorable. The way you freak out over every little thing.
The enemy attacks may get worse, but there's more of us too. If we can learn to fight as a team, then
Why fight at all? Why don't we just run? If we use that school bus you came in on, we can cover a lot more ground than on foot. We might even be able to drive all the way back to the complex. Yeah, but we need to defend what's here to protect the complex, right? What's the point of driving back to the complex if we just give our enemy the means to destroy it? You're babbling, sir. A warrior does not desert their post while the enemy still draws breath, and nor does a woman. Even supposing the bus could cover that kind of distance, none of us know how to get to the Tokyo residential complex from here. And besides, the future of humanity is at stake here. If we don't defeat the invaders, the whole world is done for. Don't tell me you actually believe all that future of humanity stuff. You don't sound confident with that laugh. There's a good chance it's just a story made up to motivate us, you know?
Naturally, we considered that possibility. It was one of the first things we discussed.
In the end, we decided if there were even a chance of it being true, we had no choice but to steel our resolve and do our part for these 100 days. Nozomi was very persuasive. The way she got us fired up, we couldn't help but get on board with it.
I didn't really do anything special. But how can you be so sure? Do you have any grounds or evidence to prove it's true?
You got any grounds or evidence for thinking it's not? I mean, you're the onus of the proof is on you guys, right? I guess not. If Sirei had been able to tell you more about what's going on, you'd be sure of it too. I think that's the main difference between our two groups, and why our attitudes are so different. Once Niku told us about world death, we knew we couldn't just stand by and let it happen. Oh yeah, now it's your turn. I explain the undying flames, you explain world death, please. World death.
Yes, indeed. Humanity's future prospects without this particular asset would be grim, to say the least. It is, after all, the key to overcoming world death and ensuring a chance for future generations to thrive.
World death. I maintain that it's something to do with worlds, as in alternate timelines, alternate universes. And the death of one alternate universe is a world death. And maybe it's like these creatures are multi-dimensional beings and they're trying to find a timeline where, you know, they're successful. They've taken over Earth. And it gives me like kind of Zero Escape vibes. If you know what I mean. Wait. World death? What's that? A new prominent term to deal with. This is going to overload my XS-sized brain. God. It's all starting to make sense now. You never even got that far, huh? It's no wonder you're still going back and forth on whether it's all true then. You'd best prepare yourselves for a shock. What do you mean? According to the information Nigu shared with us, world death was the catalyst for this entire war.
This is the thing that started it all?
More than that, it's also the reason humanity is now confined to the Tokyo residential complex. So, all of humanity is wiped out apart from whoever's living in the Tokyo residential complex? Damn, Japan. Good job.
World death has decimated the human population and forced the survivors to take shelter underground. Decimated the population? It's that bad?
Enough with the dramatic build-up. Just tell us what this world death thing is.
Quiet, pea-brain. The adults are talking. If we tell you, we don't want any of that, hey, is that really true? What if it's all made up stuff? Do you think you can hold on to that single thought without blowing a fuse? Come on! Make with the explanations already! That's no way to talk to someone who's about to impart important wisdom! Didn't anyone ever teach you any manners, you inbred little street urchin?
What, your manners are any better, you foul-mouthed rich girl? Okay, come on, Gaku, you could have done better than rich girl, alright?
Shut up! Shut up! Honestly, having to listen to your complaints is making my skin crawl! Spend too much time talking and you won't be ready when the enemy attacks. And if you don't fight the enemy when they attack, you die. Is that so hard to understand?
I feel like we need to, like, quarantine Kurara. She's clearly just stirring up shit, alright? I get it, you know, you're high and mighty and you got an ego the size of that tomato on your head. But come on, we need to work together here.
So why do you insist on picking apart everything we say? I've stepped in things that would have made better soldiers than you.
We haven't picked apart anything. You haven't said it yet. We're waiting. Please. She's right. Even ABC gum still has some flavor. It's more resilient than me, too.
Can you really blame us for asking questions after getting dragged into this crazy war out of nowhere?
Why can you guys ask about the Undying Flames, but, when we ask about world death, it's like, whoa, shit. Back off. Ask politely.
That's where you're wrong. We weren't dragged into this. We were chosen as mankind's last hope.
Mankind's last hope? Uh-oh. That's Eito's annoyed face.
Yes, we were chosen to represent humanity in this war, to shoulder the hopes and futures of everyone back home. We're the only ones that can stop our entire species from being wiped out. We don't have a choice in this. We have to fight.
And you believe that too? Are you sure you haven't just been brainwashed to think it's true? Again, you make joke of our resolve? You won't be laughing when my blade has had its way with you. What about world death? You just keep throwing that name around like it means something, or are you actually gonna start explaining things?
You know what? I'm not telling you a thing. Go shove it up the tailpipe of a car you can't afford to insure because you're poor. I can't work with a bunch of impatient, ineffectual, dull-witted morons like you. There's no point in us telling you anymore.
Kurara, don't be like that.
There's no need for us to get involved with these chumps, Nozomi. We can win this war on our own just fine. I can't believe we wasted our food on you peasants. We'd have been better off letting you shrivel up and using you as invader bait. Oh, and you act like a big shot, but this is our school, you know. We were here first.
Yeah, we opened up this place to you after yours went kaput. If it weren't for us, you'd have nowhere to go right now. We could say the same for you. You and the school would have been toast if you hadn't helped out in that battle yesterday. Or we hadn't helped out. Don't get smart with me, pretty boy. I'll myrtleize you. You didn't even fucking do anything. You stood in the corner like a little bitch. That was the commander's fault. Me. Sorry. Ouch. Don't mangle murder like that. That word deserves to be treated with respect.
It's no surprise these peasants can't speak properly. They don't show the slightest sign that they've taken anything on board.
It's a civil war.
Poverty must have dulled their wits to the point they can't even hold a conversation.
You act like you're the... there's no poor people on your team.
Well, excuse the heck out of me. I'd rather be poor than an absolutely rotten human being.
Seriously, what's the big idea showing up out of nowhere and acting like you've got the right to boss us around?
You've made it obvious you lack the experience and expertise to defend the school on your own. It's only natural that we step in to superintend.
You know what would help relieve some of this tension? A killing game!
Don't we just... Forgo the game part, just go to town.
Oh, if you want to try to escape, be my guest. I'm gonna come after you, though. The thrill of the chase. I wonder how far you'd get if I amputated your legs first.
Oh my.
Watch it, man. I may not hit girls, but I won't hold back against another guy.
Killing game? Anyone? Just one murder. That's all I ask.
Just have fun with a killing game, maybe on the VR simulation, okay? You can play all the battles you want and just stab your friends. That's enough! You all need to calm down.
Takumi's right. We won't get anywhere if we don't work together. Wake up and smell the roofies, Nozomi. That Dreadnought-class deadbeat's as bad as the rest of them. The moment your back is turned, he'll spike your drink and take you back to his room to have his way with you.
I'd never do anything like that. Eito, no, we said we wouldn't. I really wouldn't, you know that, right? Where is Eito in all this? He hasn't said much. Here we go. Please, everyone, we shouldn't be fighting among ourselves. Why can't we be friends? Friends? With these guys? Don't make me laugh. Befriending these cosplay convention rejects certainly is asking a lot from normal people like us. I mean, you, Kako, and Shoma need to sit this one out completely. You guys have done jack shit to fight, okay? You're not helping our case right now. You know what I mean? How dare you, sir? I'll not let that insult slide. Choose your fate. Face the judgment of the holy Jumanji sword, or repent and die by your own hand. I demand satisfaction. Satisfaction my ass. Ima may be a jerk, but he's our jerk. Oh god, Takemaru's defending him now? Now you know shit's gone real.
I've had just about all I can stand of your loathsome visages. We're done here. Come on, Nozomi. But, yeah, get lost, see if we care. If I never see your dumb face again, it'll be too soon. Alright. Trying to press the issue now will only make things worse. It would be nice if we could talk more tomorrow, though.
Tomorrow? God, it's only morning. It's a whole 24 hours away. The team from the second campus left with their heads held high. They were barely out the door before the others started venting their feelings.
What's with those guys? Are we really going to have to spend the rest of the 100 days with people like that?
I agree. Their attitude is positively sickening. Like you're one to talk.
You brought back some interesting friends with you, Takumi.
So this is my fault?
I know I've got no right to contribute to the discussion, but what do you think that world death they mentioned is? I'm really curious now.
Why don't I just have a one-on-one with Nozomi, and then I relay that information to you guys? It's not like we need all of them to tell the story. It's not like they're gonna do, like, one sentence at a time. Don't sweat it. Don't even think about it. It's all mind games. They're all just trying to get inside our heads. Well, damn it. I still feel like I want to hit something. I think I'll go back to my room and cool off.
I guess I'll do that too. No killing game then? Oh, maybe next time.
What about the new rooms? Guys? Takemaru, Gaku, and Tsubasa left the room. I didn't have the heart to stop them. The tension was already dangerously close to the breaking point. Pretty sure it was at breaking point. Well, that could have gone better. I never expected everyone to turn on each other like that. Same here. It's not going to be easy getting them to work together. If Sirei or Hiroko were here, they'd know what to do. Oh god, I can only imagine Hiroko bloody getting into the fray. But it's no use wishing things were different. We need to think of a way to solve this problem in our own way. Yeah. I'm gonna go. I need some time alone to think. Eito and I parted ways, and I headed back to my room. Am I gonna need to do persuasion missions on those guys too? To convince them to fight with us? And that battle we just had was like a demo. Show what it's like to have everyone on the squad, apart from, of course, Ima, Kako, and Shoma. After that disaster of a meeting, it's hard to imagine ever reconciling the two groups. There's got to be some way. Maybe we just need more time. Maybe I need to invest in the Gift-O-Matic.
Huh?
Come to think of it, some new rooms were unlocked today, weren't they? I think I'll go take a look at them. I could use something to take my mind off all this. It's the metal shop on the first floor, and the biolab on the second, right? Alright, first off, my team, all in their rooms. The new team, they're checking out the new rooms. Oh, Ima and Kako and Takemaru are also out. Gotcha. Alright, well, first things first, I wanted to look at where the defense room is. Where was it again? First floor. It's on the third floor. So the Undying Flames are here on the third floor. How does that work? The Undying Flames prevent us from getting closer to the defense room. So, I mean, this academy had to be constructed, right? And we're on the third floor. The flames couldn't have just spawned up in the sky, and then we built the defense room door around the wall of fire. So the wall of fire had to be deployed firsthand. And then we put something behind that door. Okay. Interesting. So obviously the wall of fire outside, there's nothing underneath it, because otherwise there'd be something underneath this fire right here on the second floor. So, and what do we know about it? It can't be extinguished. It'll keep on burning for all eternity, supposedly. Organic matter can't pass through, but non-organic matter can. So if we threw something past it, it'll be fine. It's when someone tries to go past it that it doesn't work, even if we're inside something. But then the bus worked, but that's because we extinguished the flames. So how does that work, though? How do the flames consume whatever's inside, like something inorganic, you know? Is it just that hot? Is there something within that like just magically only affects people with hemoanima or something? How did we put whatever it is in the defense room there? Did we open the door and chuck it through so that we couldn't grab it even if we wanted to? So many questions to ponder. So many things to think about. Alright, middle shop. What are we doing in here? This isn't quite what I was expecting from a metal shop classroom. It's more like something you'd find on a military base. Yeah. There are all kinds of deadly-looking weapons lined up, and the air is thick with the smell of metal shavings and gunpowder. Oh, and... she's here too. But to proceed, we need to speak with Kurata. Manual. It tells you the basic concept of the machine and how to use it. But it's too difficult for me to understand. I bet you there's going to be something to do with, like, our strategic materials. Whether it's this room or the other room, the biolab. Not much to look at in these rooms, apart from the... Oh, develop trap. We could make traps here. I should try it out sometime. Interesting. Well, that explains why Kurata's here. Our engineer. I only wish we had a magic circle to contain you, Sir Takumi. Then I could easily cut you down the moment you try anything indecent. Okay. I mean, what's stopping you from cutting me down if I try anything indecent anyway? Why do you need a circle around me? I don't think she's pretending not to know me. Karuha could never have put on an act this convincing. Is she really not Karuha? Or maybe she's lost her memory.
Look out, Nozomi! That perv is waiting for a chance to pounce on you and lap up your saliva!
Ah, so he's like a yokai Yamachichi that steals its victim's life force by sucking in their breath, except with saliva. The holy Jumanji sword and I will strike him down.
I keep telling you I'd never do anything like that!
Why is she all hesitant all of a sudden? Yeah, darn it. She's more cautious of me than ever now. At this rate, I'll never get to talk to her. I'm the one who's being the most reasonable at the cafeteria. What am I supposed to do here? I didn't start shit. God.
The way the air smells in here really puts me at ease.
Huh? Seriously? You like this? With all the metal and gunpowder and everything? Takumi, now's not the time to be instigating anything, please.
I know. It's not exactly the aroma one would associate with a sophisticated lady like myself. But the Uzuzukis actually rose to prominence thanks to our involvement in weapons development.
Weapons development? Like guns and stuff?
In the beginning, our family name was just Suzuki. We were small-time arms engineers and gun runners. We grew the business little by little from there, expanding our reach until it encompassed all aspects of life in the Tokyo residential complex. That gave us the necessary prestige to evolve from Suzuki to Usuzuki, and the rest is history.
Is that true? Is that how names get changed?
Workshops like this are just as integral to my family's identity as the swanky mansions where we live today. This industrial atmosphere is baked right into my DNA. Being here is like returning to my natural habitat.
I wonder what you look like underneath that tomato. Seriously, why do you wear it? Are you afraid to look poor? Are you afraid we'll recognize you? Are you just hiding from yourself? Okay, I guess that makes sense.
It seems only fitting that this should be the place where I write a new chapter in our family's illustrious history. I'll create weapons the likes of which the world has never seen and eradicate those pesky invaders once and for all!
Before our mighty others flee, great and powerful Suzuki!
Alright, I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty cool family mantra. Trap development has been unlocked. You can access it during your free time.
The invaders will rule the day they cross the Usuzuki. They won't be ruling. I'm the ruler here.
Man, I'm glad she's on our side. She is on our side, right? Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know if she is on our side.
Maybe you should tell that to those friends of yours, too. Getting on my bad side is not a good idea. If they all commit seppuku 3 times in quick succession, I might forgive them for their insolence.
Again with the ritual suicide demands. I'm still not sure how doing it more than once is supposed to work. I mean, we've got the Revival-matic, that's probably how. Okay, well, I will leave you guys to it. See you tomorrow, I suppose. Right, moving on to the biolab. So this is the biolab. Looks less like a classroom and more like something out of a horror movie. Yeah, it does look dodgy. You're outnumbered in here. Wow. What are you laughing at? I can't help it. I mean, just look at this equipment. It's hot with a capital H. Now that this room's open, we can whip up a whole host of medical supplements whenever we need them. Right, the strategic materials, right? I'm almost afraid to ask, but what kind of supplements are we talking about? Mostly stuff that gives our hemoanima a temporary boost. We can use them to augment our regular physical abilities, too. Nigu did say there were facilities like this tucked away in dark corners of the school. It's pretty sweet I finally get to see one. I guess second to last Defense Academy had a lab like this too, but it never got unlocked for us. Surely, like, the second to last Defense Academy would have had everything unlocked because it's a decoy. You need... Well, to be fair, we should have it too. Why don't we just have everything from the get-go? We've got invaders threatening humanity. And Sirei's like, oh, you know what would be a good incentive to keep these guys around? I'll just unlock perks as we go. Perks that will affect the tide of battle. Enhancement development has been unlocked. You can access it during your free time. That does sound like it would be useful. But is it ethical? We're basically using performance-enhancing drugs, right? Takumi, this isn't the fucking Olympics, alright? This is life or death. Oh, you worried about the morality of a little thing like that? You're such a Boy Scout, Takumi. I mean, we execute the commanders when we win. With everything in this lab, we have the potential to go much, much further. A lot of this stuff was developed as the result of illegal experiments on human subjects. For most people, no amount of knowledge is worth that kind of atrocity. And now that research is all ours. The fiendish, the outlandish, the downright unpleasant, it's all right here at our fingertips. And what can we use it for? For a start, we can probably make some killer modifications to ourselves. Just like my family did to me. You mean like the way your arm stretches? You know, it's always been my dream to mod somebody else's body. I'll be gentle, and I'd make sure any changes I made were tasteful. God. Okay, now that is creepy. Say, Takumi, you feel like discarding your humanity and becoming something more?
Hey!
Absolutely not. Not interested. Let me know if you change your mind. In the meantime, I'll just make do with my fantasies. You're gonna fantasize about ripping my legs off? God. Alright, I visited both the new rooms that were unlocked today, and I feel even more unsettled. Guess I'll go back to my room and decide what to do next. Didn't get to speak with anyone else in the room. Between all the arguing and the exploration, today's really taken it out of me. Is there anything I can do to get everyone to see eye to eye? Or are their attitudes toward fighting just too different? We're representing all of humanity in this war. They chose us, above all others, to defend the world from the invaders. We're the only ones who can do this, so it's only natural that we give it our all. Mankind's future is in our hands now. It's our responsibility. I never thought of this as a responsibility. Fighting was just a means to an end, a way for me to get home. Yeah, we were just fighting to see Karo again. Would I feel differently if I knew about world death? Was I ever going to find out what this war was all about? Someone's at the door. Could it be her? As long as it's not him, the man on fire. Alright, who is it? I felt a flutter of anticipation, my hands trembling. I pulled open the door to reveal... Good evening, Takumi. Do you have time to talk? Yep, my door, I guess, is always open for you, Eito. Oh, it's you, Eito. Were you expecting somebody else? Sorry to disappoint you. No, it's not like that. What's up? Nothing in particular. I just thought it would be nice to chat a little. I never got a chance to tell you how happy I was to see you again. That means I get to, bonk you on the head once more. No, I'm just kidding. I was out of my mind with worry the whole time you were gone. Oh, really? I thought maybe you disappeared like Hiriko. We went 5 whole days without any contact from you after all. Sorry, I wasn't exactly in a position to get in touch. what happened to you during that storm. How did you get separated from the group? I'm not really sure. All I remember is that I passed out and woke up with an aching head. By then, I was already on my own, somewhere miles away from here. After that, Nigu found me and took me to the other school. Perhaps you got sent flying by the storm. It's possible, I guess. Can't think of anything else that would explain it. Not like someone dragging you over there. Well, you're okay now. That's the important thing. But while we're on the subject of the other school, what's going on between you and that Nozomi girl? Huh? When you're around her, you're different. Almost like she's special to you. How did you get that vibe? Like, you've only seen us hang out once, or twice, sorry. Maybe he spied on us when we first left our dormitory and saw her right outside our door? But you seem troubled as well. What's wrong? I'd like to help if I can. Although, if it's something romantic, bear in mind I don't have any experience in that area. Okay, I will bear that in mind. No, I don't need help. Thanks. Oh, was that really it? No, not exactly. It's kind of weird, to be honest. You might not believe what I have to say, but will you still hear me out? Of course. Now that I've been given the go-ahead, it all came spilling out. I think it's good that we vented out. He's been holding it in. He needs advice. He needs someone to look at it from another angle. I told Eito about Karuha, my childhood friend I'd spent practically every day with back home before the war. That was the easy part. Then there was the matter of Nozomi and her uncanny likeness to Karuha. They were so alike that I couldn't accept that they were different people, no matter how much I tried. And as much as Nozomi looked and sounded like Karuha, she had no idea who I was. I told Eito all about this mystery, and the theories I'd come up with, and how the whole thing was messing me up. You weren't kidding when you said it was weird. I thought maybe she has amnesia, but she's never mentioned hitting her head or having gaps in her memory or anything like that. Not that I've been able to talk to her long enough to ask about it. Deep in thought, are you? Come on, Eito, say something! Oh, sorry. This whole thing reminds me of a sci-fi novel I read a little while back. What happened in it? The main character ends up in a place that's both familiar and different. A parallel universe. Parallel universes aren't just other worlds, or even the past or the future. They're alternate realities taking place at the same time as our own. Uchikoshi finally here at the party. He's like, oh shit, okay. Do I get to write day 30? Fine, I'll write day 30. Alternate realities? It's a fairly common trope. Depending on the story, a parallel universe could be completely alien, or eerily similar to the reality we know. In the book I'm thinking of, the main character travels to another universe. He finds there's another version of himself there. Another him, living his own, slightly different life. You think that's the connection between Nozomi and Karuha? Like they're alternate versions of each other? I know it sounds ridiculous, but humor me for a moment. Have you seen The One with Jet Li? Pretty banger action movie from the 2000s. It was similar sort of concept. I just thought I'd drop that movie in because, yeah, when I think multiverse, I don't think of like Marvel or anything. So I think of that particular movie. I'm not sure why. I just really enjoyed watching it growing up. It's such a B movie, but goddamn, I love it. It would mean Karuha and Nozomi are the same person, hence all the similarities. But at the same time, they're different. They've lived completely different lives. Nature versus nurture, right? That would account for Nozomi not knowing you, don't you think? I don't know, Eito. Maybe that's how this stuff works in sci-fi, but I'm having a hard time believing it could happen in real life, which, I guess, you know, this does feel like a sci-fi world now that I think about it, with the Tokyo residential complex and all these gizmos we're getting, like the Gift-O-Matic and the Ration-O-Matic. I suppose you're right. It's a little unrealistic. But the situation we're in is already pretty far removed from what we used to consider reality. Perhaps my sense of what is or isn't realistic has gotten warped from all the strange things that have happened to us lately. He's right. If you'd told me a few weeks ago I'd be stabbing myself in the heart to give myself special powers and fight monsters, I wouldn't have believed that either.
Sorry for putting forward such a bizarre idea. I haven't been much help, have I? That's not true. It's really helped to get all this off my chest. And it's such a weird story. Most people probably wouldn't believe me. I couldn't have told just anyone about this. I'm honored. And I'll gladly hear you out if you want to talk again, no matter how strange it is. You sure have been having some peculiar experiences. First the ghostly invader, and now this. Yeah. No one seemed to have acknowledged that when I told them. Why am I the only one? Am I the only one as well who's having dreams about my childhood? Oh, right. I almost forgot about that thing. How? We still haven't figured out what it is. Alright, let me drill that picture into my mind. Okay. Does it look like him? I don't know. I haven't seen that invader since I got back, but the next time I do, I'm going to make sure he answers for what he's done. Except he's mute, so he's not going to give me the answer I seek. Don't take any unnecessary risks. You have no idea how dangerous he might be. I know. I'll be careful. Well then, I think I've taken up enough of your time. I should get going. Good night, Takumi. Sleep well. With that, Eito left, pausing at the door to give me one last gentle smile. Parallel universes, alternate realities. Could any of it be true? It sounds so bizarre, but the more I think about it, the more it starts to make sense. I mean, you know, Shoma mentions a hospital none of us have heard of. We've never run into each other at the TRC at all. Is that what's going on here? Are Karuha and Nozomi alternate versions of the same person? The same, but different. What if we have alternate versions of ourselves? You know? A different Takumi out there. What if our alternate versions of ourselves are the commanders that we're executing? Either way, I won't be able to put this issue to rest until I talk to her about it myself. Even after venting to Eito, the frustration I was feeling still wouldn't go away. I turned in for the day, and gradually fell into a light, fitful sleep. Day 31. Good morning, Vietnam.
Up and out of
Lost
troops,
Defense Academy!
Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 31st day of active service here at Last Defense Academy!
Even Siri's like, I can't keep saying the same sentence over and over again in the same way. I need to change things up.
Prepare to spend another day. Be ready to give your life to...
Oh yeah. I know the drill. It's morning. Guess I'll go to the cafeteria as usual. I just hope everyone's a little less prickly today. Yeah, somehow I doubt that, Takumi. Somehow I really doubt that. It's going to take days to get everyone on the same page.